Hello everyone, welcome to Computer Forensics Assignment 4. This assignment is divided into two parts. The first one is email analysis and the second one is live and static traffic analysis. First we will be seeing the email analysis. For this email analysis we will be downloading these files called .eml files. EML file generally is a file format used to save an individual email messages, including its headers, body, and also the attachments. So we will be using the email.eml files from this website called malwaretrafficanalysis.net, and we will be using this specific EML files from this 2020 May 5th phishing emails for examples.zip, and we can download it just by clicking on the folder and it gets downloaded. And once it's downloaded, we can just go to the terminal and see if that is downloaded or not. So the folder is like successfully downloaded. Next we need to unzip it. We can unzip by using the command unzip followed by the name of the folder. So next it's asking for a password, and you can get the password in the website itself. You just need to go to home page, and then in the about page it says that the password is infected followed by the date. So I'm going back to the terminal. I am typing infected followed by the date, infected followed by underscore, and then the date, and the date is 2020 2020 0505, and then just click enter. You can see we got the four .eml files that we need. So let's see the files. So this is the extracted folder. Let's go to that folder first. So these are the four email files that we need. Next, what I'm going to do is I will be creating a directory called evidence. So now we have a directory called evidence, and I will be going into that directory. So we have a empty directory now. What we need to do is copy all those these four EML files into this evidence folder. We can copy it using the command cp followed by the name of the documents or the address of the documents. So you can now see all the files are now copied to the evidence folder. We have them in the evidence folder. So first what we will be doing is let's check if we can like obtain the SHA 256 hash value for the first file for the first YAML file, and we can just use the command SHA 256 sum followed by a space and then the star and then dot YAML, sorry, to just obtain the SHA-256 value of one file. We can just enter the name of the file. So this is the SHA-256 sum of the SHA value of the first file. Similarly, we can obtain the value of all the files using the command star followed by the extension .yml. So we got the SHA value for all the 4 EML files. That's the first part of the email analysis. Next, what we will be doing is the manual forensic analysis of each email. So first we will examine the raw content, and we can do it by using the command less, that is less, followed by name of the file, that is 2020. So this is all the information that is inside the first EML file, and here you can see the headers body of the file. This is the raw format. You can see all the details like the date, the subject, and also who sent the mail, and also who received the mail, and all these details. So next we will be pressing the alphabet Q to exit from this, and then we will be analyzing the email body and extract URLs. We can extract the URLs using the command strings followed by 2020, that is the name of the file, and then followed by the command grep, and then the word that we need, that is HTTP. What we are doing here is basically using the grep command to get all the strings that has the word grep. So you can see the first file has 3 links in it. The first one is this one. The second one is this. Oh, actually we have only 2 links. The first one is this, and the second one is this one. So these are like the phishing emails, so it's recommended to not to like open them, but for this class purpose I'm opening them. You can see it just didn't open anything directly. This is the first link, and then you can just go to other link. I think those links are not working currently, but those are like the phishing links, and it's recommended not to open them. So this is analyzing the file, raw EML file, and next we'll be using this forensic tool called EML Analyzer to analyze the .eml files. First, we need to update the system. Then enter the password. So now the system is updated. Next, I am installing Python. So now Python is also installed. Next, I am installing the EML analyzer, sorry, and we'll be using the pip for this. Pip install EML analyzer. So you can see we are getting an error here, that is, it says externally managed environment. So what we will be doing for this is install the Python virtual, like we will set up the Python virtual environment, and to do that we need to again update the system first. So once it's updated, we need to install the virtual environment setup, and we will be installing it using the command sudo apt install python 3 venv followed by venv. So I already have the virtual environment setup in it, so it didn't update because I am already having the latest version. So next what I will do is create a new environment using the command python 3 followed by -m, and I am naming the environment as my environment, my env. So a new environment is created, and I can open the environment using the command source followed by my bin and activate. So you can see a virtual environment is currently running. Python virtual environment, it's a Python virtual environment. And then now we can install the EML analyzer. So now the EML analyzer is installed successfully. We can next proceed with our assignment. So what we do is just use the command EML analyzer followed by the flag I and then name of the file. And in the command, we have used these two to specify that we need header, and also we need the all the URLs that's in the email. So this is the header, and also these are the two links that were previously there in the raw image too. This is all about assignment 1, that is email analysis. Actually, we do this email analysis to find if a email sent is a phishing email or not. So it is used to just like extract the links so that we can just directly go to the links instead of going through all the data, because the data may also contain like personal information which might not be accessed. This is all about part 1 of the assignment 4, and we can just close the virtual environment using the command deactivate. So the virtual environment is closed. Let me just clear the screen so that we can go forward with the part 2 of the assignment. So now we have the part 2 of the assignment, that is live and static traffic analysis. And here we will be working on two types of network files. The first one is the static and the second one is the live. Actually, first we will be working with the live target, and then we will be working in with the static network files in the later part of the video. So before starting the assignment, let us download the required data set. You can just copy the link and go to that website, or you can just go to DFIR DFIR madness case 001 PCAP analysis. You can just search that in the browser in the Kali Linux, and once you are in the dfirmadness.com website, you can just go to this link here, that is a case 001 brief and materials. You can just click on that, and you will be redirected to this page, the case of this stolen Szechuan sauce. And in this page you can just go down to this section, and you can see the case 001 PCAP. You can just click on that and it will be downloaded. It might take maybe 1-2 minutes depending on your internet speed. And once that is downloaded, just check if that is downloaded successfully or not. You can see it here, it's downloaded. So next again we will be unzipping it. So we have the unzipped PCAP file. And a pcap file is a data file used to store like a network traffic, which is like captured by a network sniffer, and it also contains raw data packets with timestamps, and also it contains a source and destination addresses and also protocols. So now we have the pcap file, which will be using the second part of the network traffic analysis assignment part. So first we will be focusing on the live network traffic capture and analysis. Before doing that, we need to just find the IP address of our system, and we can use the command IP followed by ADDR. So we got the IP addresses, and this is the IP address of our system. Because we will be using ETH0 for like all the Wi-Fi related connections, it's live. So just make sure to remember this, because we will be using this one later. So once we have the IP addresses, we need to just go to a new terminal, start a new section, and in this we will be just using the command host http forever.com. This is the website that we will be using for capturing the live packets for the network, and you can see that by using the command host we got the IP address of the website. So once we have the IP address, next we will be using the command sudo tcp dump followed by the flag I, and then we need to enter the interface is nothing but the connection type, and we'll be using the ETH0 connection here. So ETH0, and then followed by the flag W, and then live http capture.pcap, and then we type host, and then we need to enter our IP address. This is our IP address, so I'm entering 10.0.2.15, and then we need to complete the command, and we'll be using the port 80, so I'm specifying that, and you can just click enter, and it asks you for your password. Enter your password, and now the TCP dump protocol is active and it is listening on ETH0, so we can capture the network. Sorry, my bad. I forgot to close the tabs previously, so let me just run the commands again. So now the ETH0 is listening for the connection. I'm opening my browser, and then I will go to this website http forever. So once this site is open, you can just keep it open for like 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then you can just close it and come back here, and you can just click on Ctrl Z and then check for files. You can see that a file is created. This is the live HTTP capture it has all the packets that we have just now captured. So next we will be reading the captured file and filtering it for the HTTP responses, HTTP requests first. So we use the command tshark. It's a command line interface tool. This is the file that we have just captured all the live packets. And then we need a HTTP request. So sorry, my mistake I've made. It's HTTP live HTTP underscore capture and not hyphen. So these are all the HTTP requests sent by our system to the server. Next we will get the HTTP response. We can just change it to response. So my apologies again. This is supposed to be code. So these are the responses given by the server. So this is all about live network analysis. Next we will be dealing with the static analysis. So I'm closing this window there, and then I will, so we will be using this PCAP file for the second part, that is static analysis of network. So first we will be using the command Wireshark followed by case001.pcap command. What it does is basically opens the Wireshark. It's a network analyzing tool, network analyzer. So these are all the protocols or the so you can see all the protocols here, different types of protocols that the system and the server use to communicate with each other. So here in Wireshark we have two tasks. The first one is to go to statistics and then protocol hierarchy, and we are doing this to know which protocol is used the most, so that we can notice if there are any abnormal usage of the protocol, that is like any protocol used the most, any suspicious activity is any suspicious activity has ever like taken place. So this is the usage of each protocol, like how many types and how many bytes of data is transferred using the each protocol. So to get like more detailed overview, we again go to statistics and then to endpoints, and then once it's loaded we will be going to the IPv4. You can see all the IP addresses. These are all the IP addresses that are used for the communication, and we are seeing these IP addresses now because we can identify like what's internal and what's external IP addresses. This helps us to like establish the victim and the attacker. So when you are doing your assignment, you have to differentiate between the internal and external IP addresses. You have to mention at least like 5 internal and 5 external IP addresses, and you can know what is internal and what is external IP addresses just by searching it online on any web browser. Usually the internal IP addresses are predefined IP addresses. For example, this is an internal IP address because it's like a like a reserved address for the internal use. All IP addresses starting with 10 are internal, stored for the internal purposes. That is like they are used by the host machine to communicate. So please list 5 internal and 5 external IP addresses in your assignment from this list. And then moving forward, what we'll be doing now is closing the Wireshark, and then we'll be continuing the remaining part of the static analysis of the network files using this command line interface tool called T-Shark. So for that, first what we'll be doing is creating a directory. So this is the directory that we have created, and once the directory is created, next we will be running the tshark command. what the following command will tell us is to read from the captured file, that is in our case case 001.pcap, and export all the SMB objects. It like the command found into this directory, and the command is tshark r intrusion capture. Sorry, the name of the file, that is case001.pcap, and then export objects smb comma slash carved from tshark. And here this flag r specifies that we need to read from that this specific pcap file, and also this export objects smb, and this carved from tshark indicates that it exports objects from the this smb protocol into this carved from tshark directory. And this queue indicates that we are running it in quiet mode, which means that it doesn't print everything it's doing on the screen. Let's check if the carved from tshark directory has something in it. So these are all the files that are carved. So these are all the carved files that we need, and we can analyze these files just by copying the first file, for example, and I'm copying it using Control Shift C, and then using the command file, and then I'm pasting it using Control Shift and V. So it says that it's in ASCII values, and then I use another command, that is strings, and then paste the total file completely, and then use the command less, and this is all the information that is inside the carved file 1. We can similarly do it for all the files, but because of the time constraints of this assignment, we'll be just checking it for one file. This is all about assignment 4. Thank you.